Dear fellow team members and most welcome guests.
Yes.
In this my C7&C8 speech, I'm going to tell you the story of the stuff. Okay, the stuff story is fine. According to the textbook, a stuff will go into a system, and from its extraction, production, distribution, and consumption to disposal. All of this together, that's called the material economics. So, let's look into a little bit more. There's something missing in this picture. There's something missing in this explanation. Well, the system looks fine, no problem. But the problem is the system is encrypted. Why the system is encrypted? Because it's a linear system, and we are living in a binary print. You cannot run a linear system in a binary print. So, all of these together contribute to a limit. But the limit didn't show here because the diagram is incomplete. And because in the real life, all of these things not just happen on these white blank pages, yet contribute into actions with the culture, environment, and economics. Next page. Yeah, the first thing missing is people. Yes, people. People live and work all along the societies, all along the systems. But there are some people that matter a little bit more than others. They have more to say. Who are they? Well, it's the government. I use a picture to symbolize government because I'm holding the shield of value, the vision that the government should be of the people, by the people, and for the people. They should take care of us, watch out for us, and that's their job. And here comes along the corporation. Okay, the reason why the corporation looks bigger than the government is the corporation is bigger than the government. Okay, over 100% of the biggest economies in the world right now, the 51% are corporations. So, you can see a little bit changed attitude of the government. It seems like it's taking care of the corporation, those guys, more than us. So, next page. Okay, let's see what else is missing here. Let's start from extraction. Extraction is a fancy word of a natural resources exploitation. And it's also a fancy word for trashing the planet. Next. So you can see it's the earth. So what we do is we cut down the tree, we burn up the mountains, we use all the water, and wipe out all the animals. So here we run through the first limit. Next page. I know it's hard to hear this, but over the the past 30 years, 1/3 of the natural resources, its basis for consumer basis, are gone. So, how do we do that? To fix the limitations? Well, we took from someone else. The next page. This is the third word. That's we code. So, it's actually other words mean like it's our stuff somehow taken from someone else's land. So, what's the situation? It's the sand. Trashing the planet. But what about the people who live here? Well, according to those guys, they don't own the resources because they don't have enough money to buy lots of stuff. And in this instance, if you don't have the ability to buy the stuff, you don't have value. So next page. So the materials now move into the production. And what happens here is we use the energy. We mix the toxic materials with the natural resources. There are over 100,000 synthetic chemicals in use to date. But we don't know how they will impact to our body, to the environment. We only know one thing. Toxic in, toxic out. As long as we keep producing those toxic products in our industrial production systems, well, we are getting those toxic stuff into our home, our workplace, our schools, and thus our body. So, let's look into the food chain. Do you know what kind of food in the food chain is the highest in chocolate content in the world? Make a guess. Meat? Meat is... You have the answer? Fish? Okay. The answer is human breast milk. And let's get to the point. The smallest member in our society, the babies, who are getting from the toxic, who are getting from their most toxic, from the breastfeeding from their mothers. Well, we have to think about it. The breastfeeding is still the best, and the mother should keep breastfeeding. But the problem is, we should protect it. And in this society, who bear the most toxic in the production are the factory workers, and most of whom are the women of reproductive age. What kind of women in reproductive age would like to work in such a terrible area? Only if they have no choice. Next page. Okay. So, globally, 200,000 people move from their hometown, their environment they have lived for generations, into the cities or into the slums, looking for a job. And no matter how taxing the job may be. So, alright, the productions not only produce the products, but also the pollution. And it brings us to another limit, because yuck, we would like to look at and smell all these toxins. The next page. So, what do? They move the factory to another way to pollute someone else's land. So, at the end, the product has been made. Here comes to the next stage, distribution. Distribution means to sell all this toxic junk as soon as possible. The goal here is to keep the price down and make the people buy it and keep the material floating.